Where do you want to travel in 2021? Every year, we look at the best places to visit in the coming year. Right now, it might seem inconceivable to think about traveling abroad due to the global pandemic. But things are looking up for 2021. More and more countries are beginning to open their doors, and they're doing it with health and safety protocols in place. Here is the list of best travel destinations in the world in 2021. Number 1. New Zealand. Widely praised for its response to the COVID-19 pandemic, this picturesque island is one of the best travel destinations. Having everything from well-developed cities to well-preserved wildlife sanctuaries and well-maintained beaches, New Zealand deserves a place high up on any bucket list. Nature and animal lovers should hike in Mount Cook and Kahurangi National Parks. Experience a bit of luxury at the Bay Islands, sailing on the private yachts amidst the rich marine life. For those who like to take the paths less traveled, spots like Aparara Arches, Mt. Stokes and Stewart Island are ideal. Number 2. Greenland. The snowy wonderland of Greenland is famous for its fjords, icebergs, and glaciers. The ethereal landscape of the country, especially in the regions of the Ilulissat Ice Fjord and Disco Bay, makes it the dream destination of any photographer. Even if you aren't a shutterbug, Greenland has got lots to offer. Whale watching is the most unmissable thing to do here, and tours usually start at towns like Kekertarswak, Nuuk, and Asiat. If you are ready to be patient enough, you can also go for an Aurora Lights tour. And if you have ever been curious about the Vikings, do not miss the National Museum, where you'll get a peek at their hunting equipment, kayaks, carvings, and artifacts. Number 3. Czech Republic. This landlocked country in Europe is a treasure trove of tourist attractions. Being a small country with an extensive public transport system, it is easy to get around the Czech Republic, especially in the capital, Prague. The Prague Castle, the largest worldwide in terms of area, is the focal point of tourism in the historic city. The Charles Bridge, Sechev Bridge, and Palacky Bridge are some of the oldest and most beautiful spots in the city. The Old Town Square and Wenceslas Square are worth exploring by foot. Number 4. Peru. The Amazon rainforests and Machu Picchu have made Peru a prime destination for travelers to South America. There's a lot of hype about the country, but it surely lives up to its name. Peru is trekking to Incan ruins and watching the sunset over the Andes. Exploring the Amazon rainforest and meeting the indigenous islanders of Lake Titicaca are memories you'll carry forever. Adventure enthusiasts should tour the Calca Canyon, which is twice as deep as the Grand Canyon. And if you have ever wondered about the mystic Nazca lines, now's your chance to see them in person. Number 5. Greece. A scenic archaeological site and scrumptious food are the reason behind Greece's popularity. Every passenger traveling to Eastern Europe should make it a point to visit this. Athens is a heaven for history enthusiasts, boasting attractions like Acropolis, Acropolis Museum, and Delphi. The islands Corfu, Santorini, and Mykonos shout extravagance with all their boutique hotels, infinity pools, and whitewashed buildings. Don't miss out on the monasteries at Meteora, for they most definitely will give you some peace of mind. Number 6. Morocco. If there's one word that captures the beauty of Morocco, it is exotic. A beautiful potpourri of the African and Arab cultures, it is straight out of a fairy tale with posh palaces, adobe forts, and vividly colored houses. The grandeur of Bahia, El Badi and Dar Manebi palaces is sure to bedazzle you, while the serenity at Hassan II and Tin Mal mosques will leave you with a tranquil mind. The bustling market of Gemma Lfna Square is the best place to buy souvenirs and mementos of your trip. Number 7. Samoa Islands. It may be only a dot on the world map, but this archipelago in Oceania packs natural beauty to its brim. Throw in the heartfelt hospitality of the Samoans, and you have got yourself the perfect destination to relax and unwind. The resorts here offer spa facilities with native treatments, and a few also arrange traditional Samoan ceremonies for you to get a glimpse of the local culture. If you want some outdoor fun, hike up the Olupupupui National Park, or check out the Salawala lava fields near Savai'i. Number 8. Norway. The land of the midnight sun is studded with ice-capped mountains and frozen tundra. The best country to live in is also undeniably one of the best countries to travel to. The Gerangerfjord, nestled between the sloping mountains, is one of the most photographed fjords in the country. Head to the Svalbard Islands to spot wildlife like polar bears, reindeer, seals, and walruses. The Atlantic road snaking through the Norwegian Sea is one of the best drives you can think of. If you're up for a true Norwegian village experience, spend a few days at the Lofoten Islands, famous for their lush pastures, fishermen's cabins, and sheltered inlets. Number 9. Turkey. Turkey's charm comes from its diverse landscapes, turquoise waters, jaw-dropping architecture. Situated in the stark center of 3 continents, it is a stunning melange of European, African, and Asian cultures. Hagia Sophia, the 8th wonder of the world, and the adjacent Topkapi Palace, are the most unmissable attractions on any Turkish itinerary. Roam around the ancient ruins at Ephesus and Hierapolis, and then unwind at the Pamukkale hot springs. Go for a hot air balloon ride for the exquisite aerial views of the lunarscape at Cappadocia. Number 10. Portugal. The incredibly diverse topography of the country coupled with its endowment of natural wealth makes any visitor fall in love with it. Portugal has played a significant role in Europe's history, and it reflects especially in Lisbon, through Castelo de São Jorge, Alfama, the Geronimos Monastery, and other attractions. The Quinta de Regalira, in the city of Sintra, is the most extraordinary place in the city, where the hidden corridors and stairways and underground caves and grottos will transport you to a whole new world. The pretty little city of Abidos, with its narrow, cobblestone streets and whitewashed houses, will delight romantics and photographers alike. The subtropical Madeira archipelago is a real treat for all enophiles. Number 11. Croatia. One of the most sought-after travel destinations in the Balkans, Croatia promises rich heritage, exciting water sports, and plenty of nature trails, and it unarguably delivers. Often featuring in movies and shows, most notably Game of Thrones, this dreamy country is sure to make you want to plan a second trip here as soon as possible. The postcard-perfect seaside city of Dubrovnik lures millions of tourists every year with its vermilion-roofed buildings and docking bays lined with little white boats. The Steniva Beach, voted the best beach in Europe, is the best place to have some offshore fun, diving deep into the crystal-clear waters of the sea. You also can't omit the UNESCO-protected Plitvice Lakes National Park, dotted with stunning turquoise lakes, wooden footbridge, and bubbling waterfalls with an abundance of native wildlife. Number 12. Thailand. This highly coveted country of Southeast Asia is a fascinating medley of bustling, modern cities, peaceful, traditional villages, and laid-back, pristine beaches. As you travel south from Chiang Mai to Krabi, everything from landscape to food changes drastically, as if giving the experience of 2 different countries in one. The northern part of the country is more about temples and shrines scattered in the lush green mountains with might waterfalls and hidden caves. The Malay Peninsula in the south, on the other hand, is decked with tropical islands and beach towns, like Phi Phi, Phang Nga, and Phuket. The Grand Palace in Bangkok, Mu Ko Chang National Park in Trat, and Ayutthaya Historical Park are some of the many must-visit attractions. Number 13. Luxembourg. Luxembourg is a country unfamiliar to many, but those who know how worthy it is of being on every traveler's bucket list. A tiny country squeezed in between France and Germany, it houses a plethora of UNESCO World Heritage monuments and museums. The old quarter of Luxembourg City, locally known as simply Die Stad, is one of the most photogenic spots in the country, and you won't be able to resist the urge to snap the pretty Adolphe Bridge and the Bach Cliff. The ancient artifacts in the National Museum of History and Art will give you the feeling of stepping into the bygone centuries if all the fortresses and castles don't already. The country is quite easy to get around by car, but trust the trains to gift you the most picturesque views of its towns. Number 14. South Korea. It might not be very popular among travelers, but that doesn't mean it has nothing to offer its visitors. In fact, the country has a rich history and an even richer heritage, and you're certainly in for a better holiday than you would have ever hoped for. The capital city of Seoul has loads of temples and shrines, beautiful public parks, and shopping malls. The ancient city of Gyeongju will take you back through centuries as you roam around looking at the art and history of this UNESCO World Heritage Site. If you are seeking a more spiritual experience, the village of Anon Haho won't disappoint. Number 15. Singapore. High-rising state-of-the-art buildings, well-developed tourist attractions, and lip-smacking delicious food are reasons Singapore has become such a wildly popular tourist hub in Asia. Modern with a touch of culture and heritage, this city-state has something to offer to every kind of traveler. The iconic structures of Marina Bay Sands and gardens by the bay make the skyline of the country one of the most attractive around the world. Flora and fauna freaks will have a good time at the Botanical Gardens, Jurong Bird Park, and Night Safari. Singapore is a paradise for shopaholics, who'll have the time of their lives at Orchard Road, Chinatown Street Market, or Vivo City. This is it for today. See you in the next video.